Alright, for today's unboxing, we have latest release from Modiphius for Wasteland Warfare, which is their Robot Workbench. So this is available in both an actual resin form as well as being available in an STL file. So you can print it yourself if you want, or if you don't have access to a good 3D printer, you can go ahead and get it from Modiphius, which I've been really impressed with their STL files. I do 3D printing myself, and they're usually pretty good. Almost thought that was the top, but no, it's got a inverted lip on this one. That's interesting. Very smooth base, no injection port this time. Got some nice detailing. For anyone who's played the Automaton DLC in Fallout 4, this is from that DLC and is what you use to customize robots and basically mix and match the types. So you can adjust the various pieces of them. So you can have like an Assaultron with a SentryBot torso, Assaultron legs, and various things. So you can make some really interesting combos. So as we can see, lots of little arms and piping. This is the main console. So you got your computer console here. So this connects here-ish. Somewhere. I'm going to have to review the assembly, which it does not come with an assembly guide, but it should be fairly straightforward with these parts. Just to look at the images online and then attach them. So for instance, these are going to clip in here, and it has this little kind of wraparound piece, one on either side, and then it's got all these arms for doing the various work. Really clean on these. There's no mold lines whatsoever. Up there's a little bit of flashing here because that's the internal part, so that's, you know, probably sat like this in the mold. So it's got a bit of flash there. Looks like a bit here, same reason. Anything that's got a pass through like that tends to pick up. But overall, very clean. This little piece here just so it can hang on, that's going to get clipped off. Yep, so I will clean these and we'll assemble them and see what it looks like. Okay, here we have the completed robot workbench. It was pretty easy to get together. There are some couple pain points though. Nothing is really tabbed in or slotted or anything. It's just kind of, so for instance this is just kind of glued against the sides. There's no real indicated spot for it. Let's get this a bit more in focus. The back does kind of butt up here, and then these pylons go as well. And then there's actual tabs for the pylons in this section. These are just two pieces. It cut, and I got a little bit of warping here, so I'm going to have to heat that and put that down. Made getting this piece connected a little difficult. But it went together pretty easily. And it is a nice, monstrous beast of a piece. But of course, the important thing is, how does it take models? So obviously Mr. Handy here fits pretty good, and that center piece is pretty much aligned to the smaller base, so that looks good to me. Let me just hold him on there and get it. You can kind of see. So obviously this is going to be the same for the Assaultron, as well as, and that was Protectron to begin with, not Mr. Handy. Ugh. Where's my head at? There's Mr. Handy. Yep, looks pretty good. But how do we fit our larger big boy? So our sentry bot does fit pretty nicely, actually. So the base of the robot workbench is slightly larger than the base for the sentry bot, as you can see. So he fits pretty good. Only issue I can see is this kind of raised section back here. But since there's kind of raised plates all around, it doesn't, it doesn't need to sit perfectly flush. But yeah, so that looks pretty good. All in all, I'm pretty pleased with it. Assembly pains aside. But yeah, looks good. I'll get this warp corrected, and then eventually I will maybe get paint on it like everything else.